Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Xayah, Legends of a Drift System with the Embers of a Forsaken Star and Missions and Powers expansions, where we're just about to start episode 13. Unlucky for some, but hopefully not for us. I don't think there was anything really major from the last episode. One question I did get was, after its attack, the scoundrel didn't run away. And the reason for that is when the scoundrel runs away, he runs to Loath, but he's already on Loath. So I perhaps should have mentioned that, but I forgot. But yes, so he wouldn't have run away because the place he's running away to, he is already on. Other than that, I don't think there is anything to go through, so we can crack on with episode 13, which means the action phase with Johnny Neptune. And here we are with Johnny. Now, Johnny has got some hollow to sell, so he's going to head towards Kemplar 2. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of spice he can pick up at Kemplar 2 because there's only one in there. He may, in fact, no, when he sells this, there will get 4 in there, so that'll go to 5. So he'll probably pick up some spice and then head towards Neo Damascus. Bit boring, but that's Johnny all over. All he's doing is a bit of trading. Yeah. Because he's selling hollow, obviously it will generate spice. So, yes, he will pick up some spice and then head towards Neo Damascus, I think. Yes, good plan. Good plan. Okay. That's it for him, so we'll pick these up, and yes, we'll take these as well, and we can bob across to the board. And here we are with the Manchester. It's just there. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use hard bargaining, because what we want to do is we want to get plenty of cash. So that's going to cost us 3 energy, and that'll put us down to 11. And we've got to roll. So we're going to roll a d20. And we get a 2. So it didn't work. That has been rubbish. The hard bargaining. I think it's worked once. So not a very good start. He's not very good at negotiations. Obviously he's Johnny. Okay. Well, he may as well go and sell his hollow normally, so he'll use one of those. He'll put it onto his Raptor K engine, which is a D12. Does he have a GTS? He does, so he'll get +2. And that will give him 12, because he's rolled a 10. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's just here, just behind Aquascion. And what is his? He's only got an impulse of 2, so that's not going to get him anywhere. So he's going to have to use another engine. And roll again. And he rolls a 2. +2 is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that just gets him onto the sell spot. So a bit of good luck there. He's going to sell all 4 of his hollow cubes. So that's going to net him 4,000. And it's going to generate 4 spice cubes, which means there's now 5 on the economy board. And he'll be looking to pick those up in a moment. So I'll put those on the economy board. He's took his 4,000. He also gets a fame point for that. And we'll have to remember that in the status phase. He now has 7,000 credits. Very nice. And he's now going to use his impulse. So we'll flip that over and he'll be able to move 2. He's not going to use his inertial harness because he only needs 1, 2 to get onto the buy space here. And he can buy 2 cubes for 1,000. So he's going to buy 4. So he's bought 4 cubes. Generally, basically the amount of cubes that he's just generated. He's going to buy those for 2,000. Put that over here into the bank. We will fill up his ship with 4 spice. And yes, he's ready to get going again, I think. Now he will use his inertia harness. He's just bought some there. Now, after you take the buy action, move up to 3 spaces. So he's just going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to head off towards Neo Damascus. So he's used up his inertia harness. Good, good, good. And he's now going to use his final engine. So pop that on there. And he's going to roll his D12 again. And he rolls a 10, so he's going to be able to go to 12. So I'll probably have to get Batea Grid out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He gets onto the cell space. What a roll! He rolled really well there. So that's excellent. He's got onto the cell space. I'll just manoeuvre the camera a bit. I wasn't expecting him to get that far. And here he is on the cell space. So those 4 spice he's going to sell. We'll pop them into the supply. Again, 4,000 credits, which will take him up to 9,000 credits. He's rich. So that's 9,000 credits, and that generates 4 plasma. Well, let me put those onto the board. So there's now 6 plasma on the economy board. Awesome sauce. And that's another fame point, by the way. He's got another fame point there. And yep, that's it for him. As regards the action phase, I think he's not going to use his Batea Grid. He's not going to use his final armed token. So we can pick those up. He hasn't used them. And he's going to stay on planet. Because he's on planet, that means he will get a business phase. So let's go back to his player card. And here we are at the business phase. I think what he's going to do is, obviously we'll put these onto disarmed. Pop that over there. Put these onto disarmed, like that. Gets all of his energy back. We'll pop that up there because he's on a planet. He's also going to spend 1,000 credits, and he's going to get himself another GTS, I think. And it can just fit in there, so it's still orthogonal to his engine. So that'll give him +4. So there we go. And yeah, he's still got a couple of cargo pods, so he can still take 8 cargo, so that's plenty. And what else? Oh yes, he's going to spend 5,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which leaves him with 3. And he's going to spend that on a fame point. So he's going to go carousing about Neo Damascus, and this affluent show of wealth will get him a fame point. So that's a total of 3 fame points for him. So excellent. Is there anything else to do in the business phase? No, I think that's it for him. So let's move into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. So let's just flip these over. So he gets those back. He gets inertia harness and hard bargaining back. And he gets 3 fame points. So that's 1, 2, 3. He's now a renowned starfarer. Great stuff. And is there anything else? No, I think, oh, of course he's going to get his armed tokens back and his impulse back. That cost him 3, 1, 2, 3, but he's on a planet, so he gets it back. Awesome. So he's still got 3,000 there. He's got a shuttle mission to the keep. Well, that's a bit out of the way. He's a bit closer now. He's on Neo Damascus, so at least he's getting over in that direction. Okay, I think that is it for Johnny Neptune. Next up is Cobra Hex. And here we are with Cobra Hex. Alright, so we're going to need these. And one quick thing he's going to do, you may as well do it now. I don't think you have to do it in a particular phase. He's going to give 2,000 credits to Aquascion, who is joint last on the fame track. And the reason he's doing that, it's because he's a generous fellow. Now, he wasn't going to give it to Vesvirgo, because Vesvirgo is currently an outlaw. So he gave it to Aquascion. And to claim this title, be the first player to give 2,000 credits to a player with the least amount of fame. And obviously, a player with the least amount of fame cannot claim the title. Once claimed, this title grants once this game, next time you roll a natural 20, you receive 2 fame points instead of 1. But he also gets a fame point for doing it. So he's already got a fame point and he's got his second title. So there we go. And we'll put the fame point on in the status phase as normal. Other than that, well, he's got some fighting to do because he is right next to the Scoundrel. Yes, he is on Loath. So let's get across to the board and see how he gets on. And here we are with Cobra Hex. And he's right next to the Scoundrel. So no line of sight issues. And he can use his blasters because he is adjacent. His blasters have got 2 piercer mods on them. So even though our friend the Scoundrel has D8 shields, they will get -4 on them. I still think it's going to be a bit of a struggle because we've only got D8 blasters and it's 15 hull damage to destroy the Scoundrel, so we're going to struggle anyway, but let's see how much damage we can get on him. Let's have a quick roll. And so that's 5. Pop that on there. He will roll his D8 shield. He rolls a 7, -4, so that's a crappy 2 damage to start with. And we'll go again. So we've got no chance of destroying the Scoundrel this turn. So that's another 5, we'll keep that. And let's roll for... oh, only 1. So that's 5 damage. And what we got before, was it 2? So we've got 7 damage, 7 or 8 damage. And out of 15, so that's not good enough. We'll just have to carry on. And we'll do that, we'll get off Loath. So we're going to roll our Wormhole Ripper. Try and get off Loath. So D20, high numbers please. We get a 14. So that means, I believe, we can go 2 sectors. And let's have a think about where I'm going to go. 2 sectors. Ooh, got a plan. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. And I'm back. Just moved it a bit so you can see me move 2 sectors, 1, 2. And we're going to pick up this. We're going to pick up this exploration token here. That will give us 2 exploration tokens. And we can hand those in for a fame point. And it's 1,000 credits. So that always comes in useful. Put it on his play tray over here with his other one. Take 1,000 credits. And how much has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 credits. Nice. We do have to roll the D20 again because he went into an asteroid field. 4, he took 4 damage. But we have the Scarlight hull, so we can reduce that by 1. He's took 3 damage in that case. Put that onto his player tray. So he's got 2 empty cargo spaces, pop that on there. And as he's used his blasters, he'll put one on his blaster, because he's not going to use them again. Okay, right. Having done that, what's he going to do now? He's still got 2 arm tokens. He's going to spend one on an engine and hope for a high roll. He's got a Halon engine, so that's a D8. And he rolls an 8. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's heading towards Kempler 2. And he's going to use another engine. Let's see if he can get onto Kempler 2. A 2. That isn't good enough, really. 1, 2. Oh, he's got his GTS, so that's 4. But he can only go 3 because bloody Aqua Cyan's in the way. 1, 2, 3. But he does have his impulse, so he will go 1, 2, 3. Then he'll use his impulse. Let's flick that over. That's another 3. And he'll just go 1, 2, and 3 onto there. He's not interested in buying anything, and he's going to have to get rid of that damage anyway. Alright, so that is it for him. He's not going to use TAC X. We'll put that back and put the NPC back. Yeah, he should have got, last turn when he was on Loath, he should have got better blasters, really. He could afford it, should have got better blasters, but he forgot that the scoundrel actually has shields. Okay, anyway, he has landed on a planet, so that does mean he gets a business phase. So let's move across to the player board. And here we are at the player board. Okay, so I should have spent, yeah, he used he used the wormhole ripper, didn't he? So he should have used 3 of that energy. So, but he gets it back anyway, he's on planet. But his energy should have been on 11 there. I should have took it off when he used wormhole ripper. I forgot. But I remembered now. That's all that's important. Okay, we're going to get rid of this damage. So we'll get rid of that. So that's going to cost him 2,000. And put that over there. So he's got rid of all of his damage. These all go on to disarmed. Like so. And, oh yes, very important. He's going to spend 5,000. Just like Johnny did. So 1, 2, he's got enough, hasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he has. And he's going to buy a fame point. So that's 3 fame points. You got 1 for generous, which is up here, because he gave 2,000 away to Aqua Cyan, remember? So we've got to pick that up in the status phase as well. So we get that. And we got a fame, we're going to get a fame point for these 2, because we're going to turn those in for a fame point. And we got a fame point for spending 5,000 there. So 3 fame points, very important. As you will see in the status phase, don't think there's anything else for us to do in the business phase. Let's move on to the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. Let's do this bit first. They all go onto armed. Costs us 4, but we get it back. We're on a planet. Let's get our impulse back. But we get 3 fame points, which means it's going to be the end of the game. But first of all, for being generous, pop that on there. That gets us a fame point. And we may as well get the title, because somebody may be able to pick it up. we've still got Aqua Scion and Vest Virgo to go. So let's do a cut. And we get Tank. Shields, how cute. To claim this title, be the first player to have 3 or more armour plating outfits with at least 3 normal damage in each and survive. Once claimed, this title grants your armour plating outfits can now hold 2 normal damage or 1 ice damage per space. Funky. So we'll put that up there. It'll fit where Generous was. Excellent. Then he moves up 1 for... because he's going to turn these 2 in. So these will go into the bag for a fame point. Let me just check. I think you can get a fame point for turning those in, exploration tokens. I think you can. So instead of getting the 2,000, we're getting a fame point for it. And that means we get an event. And flip it over. We've got Retethered. Tigris has been repaired. Oh, the Tigris gate has been repaired. While this card is in play, Tigris gate is now connected to the other gates and players may move freely between all of them. The special rules for Tigris gate are ignored. If the Traveller title is unclaimed, discard it and draw a new title. This card does not leave play. So there we go. Pop that down there. I don't think anybody's got the Traveller title and it's not out yet, so we'll leave that. And finally, we got a fame point for something else. Oh yes, we spent 5 grand. So we've got to the end. But we still got 2, we still got Vest Virgo and we still got Aqua Scion to go. But this is the last episode now. Okay. Oh, and we get these back. We get the Skylight Hull back and we get the Wormhole Ripper. Okay, that is it for Cobra Hex. We've just got to do the Enforcer. So that's going to move 9 spaces. I don't think it's anywhere near an outlaw, so it's just going to head towards Kempler 2, I think. Let's get across to the board. And here we are with the Enforcer. There he is. So he's going to move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's on his way back to Kempler 2. That's it for him. That's it for Cobra Hex. So next up is Aqua Scion. And here we are with Aqua Scion. So I think we'll take these. I think she'll sell this hollow. She's still got that cyber, but nobody knows that she's got it. We'll head towards Kempler 2, I think, try and sell this hollow. That'll generate some spice, and she may as well take some spice to Neo Damascus. Let's see if she can pull off Johnny's trick. We'll take these just in case. Okie doke, let's get over to the board. And here we are with Aqua Scion. There she is in the Carriac. And yes, so she just needs to sell. Now, she's only got an impulse of 2, which is unfortunate, so we're going to have to use an engine. So we'll take that. She's got a D12 engine. She's agreed. And that's a 10, and like she'll easily make it. So she just gets to the sell space here. And she's going to sell a hollow for 1,000 each. She's got 2 hollow. That's 2,000. Generates 2 spice. Plonk them on here. And that's a fame point as well. And of course she gets 2,000 for flogging them. Awesome. Putting her on 6,000 credits, I think. Alright, now she's going to use her impulse. So flip that over. That gives her 2 movement. And she's just going to hop over here onto the buy space. Where she is, there's 3 spice now, but she's only going to buy 2, so that's going to cost her 1,000. Pop those into her cargo spaces. And yes, so what's she going to do now? Well, there's a couple of things she could do. She may as well go and try and sell them. I was thinking about going over to the ruins of Drellmoth, but no, we'll try and sell these. So let's roll again. So that's another one of these for another engine. And she rolls a 1, which is rubbish, but she's got 2 GTS, so at least that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she'll use yet another engine. She'll use her final engine. Roll again. And she rolls an 11, so that's going to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She'll go on the buy spot, but she was able to go in and out of the sell space, so she is able to sell those 2 spice for 2,000, which generates plasma, but plasma's full up, so that'll just stay at 6 cubes. And yes, so another 2,000 credits. Excellent. And yes, I think that's it. I don't think she's not going to bother buying any plasma because it's the end of the game. So, well, I suppose she would, wouldn't she? She doesn't know that the game's going to end. So yeah, on the buy spot, she will spend 1,000, and she'll buy 2 of these plasma cubes. Good, good. Pop them in there. And yes, why not? So we didn't use any of these. We're not going to use this final armed token either. So all these can go back. She is on a planet, so that means we can move straight into the business phase. And here we are at the business phase. So, let's take these off her engines. They're disarmed. Put those there. Gets all her energy back. And yes, is she can do anything else in the business phase? I think she is, because she's got some cash. So she is actually going to spend 5,000 of it to get herself a fame point. So she got 2 fame points for selling cargo, and she's also got a fame point for spending 5,000 credits. So that would be 3 fame points for her. So yep, she don't want to finish last. So she's going to get 3 fame points. I think that is it now for the business phase. So let's move on to the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. Let's get all of these back. And the impulse cost us 3 energy. Get it back. We're on apply it. And yes, 3 fame points. So calculating cosmonaut, proficient prowler. She is an intrepid navigator now. So very well done. And I think that is it. Apart from we've got to do the merchant. So we'll go across to the board, we'll do the merchant, and then it will be Vess Virgo's turn. And here we are with the merchant. He's just here, so he's going to go 1, 2 to the sell space, and then he's going to have to come off it because the Manchester's stuck on it. But that does get him 1,000 credits. So we'll put that onto his card. I think he's got 6,000 credits on his card or something now. Yes, that's right. And yes, because he's actually doing some trading, he's going to stop there. So we won't be using his full 15 movement. That is it for Aqua Scion. Next up, it is going to be Vess Virgo. And here we are with Ves Virgo. So we're going to need those. Pop those in here. And we may as well take these for chucks. Okay, let's get across to the board, see what she's going to do. And here we are with Ves. There she is, Thunderbird 2. And what's she going to do first? I think first, as a minor action, she's actually going to take her recall token back. So, remember, it was outside Kemplar 2. She's just going to take it back. It doesn't use this card. It just she can just take it back when she's in normal space, and she is in normal space. So we'll leave that on there in case we use it. And what is she going to do? Well, she's only got an impulse of 1, unfortunately. So she's going to have to roll on an engine. Does have a Halon engine, which is a D8, and she's got 2 GTS. So that's going to give us 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Onto the buy space in the smuggler's den. She's already an outlaw. Does she get extra? Just got to check if she gets extra bounty for going into smuggler's den. Won't be a second. Nope, I don't think she accrues an extra bounty for doing that. So is she going to buy anything? Is she going to buy anything? I think she's going to head towards Azor. Yes, she could buy some Terror. Or she could buy Plasma. Where do you sell Plasma? Plasma gets sold on Lunari, but she can no longer get into Lunari because she's an outlaw, and Lunari is a lawful planet. So forget about that one. She'll buy 2 Terror. So she'll buy 2 cubes off the economy board. And that costs... yeah, that's 1,000. So she's going to buy that for 1,000. And then she's going to head off, I think. She's going to head off towards Azor to sell that. She can sell it in Azor. The reason for that is because Azor is a neutral planet. We'll move those out of the way because she'll be sort of travelling in that general direction, I think. Okay, so pop that. So that's a D8. And see how far she gets. A 6. With the GTS, that's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gets her to the edge of Burning Horse. And yeah, we'll look to sort of cross here. I think I'll just move the camera. Won't be a moment. There we go. We can actually see where she's going to now. And she's going to use another one of these. She's going to use a final engine. And roll a D8 again. And she rolled a 2, which is rubbish. But she's got 2 GTS, so that makes it a 6. So 1 into here. Then she's got to roll for energy loss. So 1d20. And she rolls a 2, so she takes 2 energy loss. Take that. 1, 2. She's down to 9. But that's okay. She's still got plenty left. So we moved 1. And oh yes, 6 we had to move, didn't we? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's as far as she can make it. Oh, in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll use the Tigress Gate because you can now use it, and she's got enough to actually go to the Expedior Gate. So I'm going to have to move the camera again. Won't be a second. There we go. So she's actually going to move over here to the Expedior Gate. So she is on her way to Lunar. Probably didn't save her too much time, but why not have a little bit of a gate jump while we can. So she's done that, and yes, that's pretty much it for her turn. There's nothing else she can do. Got an arm token here that we haven't used, and we'll pop that on there. She's not on a planet, so we'll miss out the business phase. Let's get straight into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. So not much to do. These go to disarmed. She did use her impulse. Actually, we'll use that impulse of 1 just to get her off the gate. Off Expedor gate. So there we go. She would have used it. We'll just use it now. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 to rearm all of these. And yes, she's just on her merry way to Azure. Nothing else to do. She didn't get a fame point or anything. So she's going to stay a noteworthy Rocketeer. And all we've got left now is to do the Scoundrel. So let's get back to the board. And here we are with the Scoundrel. He moves 9. He's going to move to the person who last attacked him, which is Cobra Hex, who's just up here, but I don't think he'll be able to reach him this time. He's only got 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's not going to bother trying to get inside here because he can't reach. He would have been 1 short. So I don't think he could have got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's just short. So he can't use his blasters. So he would go the long way round, I think. So there we go. I mean, I suppose he might try and get inside because he can't go through the entrance. So why not? Why not? We'll have a roll at the end. So we've got to roll a d20. See how he does. Last time, he might be a bit cocky now because last time he did it, he got a 20, didn't he? So let's see if he can get through. A 12, no, that's... He doesn't take any damage, but he does get an extra bounty. So that puts him up to 3,000 on his bounty. And yeah, cool. Just didn't get close enough to actually attack. And that is it. That is it. And we're going to call it a day there for Xayah, Legends of a Drift System. Cobra Hex got to 20 fame, and to be honest, I think he did do the best out of everybody. He did a little bit of everything, and I think that's the way to go with this game. Rather than sticking to one particular way of playing, like for example Johnny Hex did, he stayed a trader all the way through. I think being opportunistic is the way to go. So for example Cinderbeard, I mean he was an easy 3 fame points really because he had no shields, and that's really helped Cobra Hex win. So just keep your eyes open while you're playing the game and just go for any easy fame points that come up. Really enjoyed it. Great little sandboxy game. I'll certainly play it again. I think if I play it again on video, I won't use 4 players, 4 captains. I'll probably go for 3, which will probably make it a little bit easier. And then I won't be doing hour-long episodes. They'd probably be about 40 minutes max then. So I think 3 for videos. I think 3 ships is the way to go rather than 4. But thoroughly enjoyed it. Great little sandbox game. There's loads of things that we haven't done. We haven't even got the whole map out. And I've got about, there must be about 8, 9 tiles left that we didn't get round to seeing. And yes, thoroughly enjoyed it. Great little game. And yeah, I'll definitely play this again. I had a great time playing it. So yeah, I think Cobra Hex happened to finish the timer on the fame point track, but I do think he was probably the best out of all the captains as well. Unfortunate for Vest Virgo and Aqua Scion, they didn't really get a chance to shine. There were certain things that happened that meant the way that they were playing didn't really come to the fore. Then force of being out early because I picked out Kemplar 2 as one of the initial tiles. That didn't really help Vesvirgo, to be honest, but I didn't think about that at the time. And we had a few problems with mob rule at the kiln, which meant that Aquascion didn't actually do much as regards, you know, excavating artifacts and stuff. Those artifacts are really good, so she could have done a bit more excavation. I think she'd have done a lot better as well. But as I say, great game, thoroughly enjoyed it, fantastic. And that brings us on to what my next game will be. My next game is, yes, it's going to be Eldritch Horror. We will be up against Shub Nigorath, the goat with 1,000 young, and we'll be taking her on during a game of Eldritch Horror. So I'm really looking forward to that. Do the setup and everything in a few days' time, and we'll crack on with it. And I hope you've enjoyed Xayah, Legends of the Drift System. As I say, it's a great little game. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'd recommend it to anybody. A great little sandboxy game. Well worth playing. And yes, so episode 13 has proved to be the final episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the views. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Thank you for all the help and support. Thanks for all the likes and the dislikes. You're still watching. Any errors, do put them below in the comments so anybody watching in the future can see what I've got wrong in this episode. Unfortunately, I won't be able to correct them because this is the final episode and I'm going to pack it away. But yeah, important for anybody who's watching in the future, just check the comments. I may have made an error. Okay, I think that is it. Yes, the end of the game. So I hope that I will see you for Eldritch Horror. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.